We are live. What's going on, good people? What's up, Team Chris? What's up? Let's. I'm gonna give a special what's up to the people who came from my man, Lord Drazen, set aside to come join this show. I want to thank the brother for agreeing to us doing a collab together. I think it's going to be good, and it's also going to show that two people from different realms. I want to thank the brother for can come together, meaning that his side is probably more of a roasting side, but brother, I have heard that you do get serious too at times, and I heard when you get serious that you don't play that shit. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and my side is more the cordial side where I'm more on a serious level with the hee hee and ha ha's, but none of that roasting shit. Cause I'm like this. I ain't got time for that. I'm not got time for be roasting or cooking people, so they say, on the internet with some motherfuckers who I probably never meet. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing but a waste of breath. I got a job. Some of these folks can stay online all day so they play this roast game, but not me, brother. You feel me?
No, I got you. And it takes a lot of self-awareness to know, exactly, where you fit in at. You know what I'm saying? So, because there's a lot of people who enjoy the entertainment and then they come over, then they get cooked, and then it's like, oh shit, I really never wanted none of this. So, for you to establish yourself, like, hey, this is me, this is who I am, this is how it is over here.
Yeah.
I appreciate the privilege of sitting with a black man and being able to connect, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's good that two realms can come together from different sectors and make something happen. And shout out to my man Slap for telling me to get with you about that, because that's how it should be, brother. It should be people like me and you and make something happen. And once we make something happen, we go our separate ways feeling good that we showed the world that we could come together and could be civilized together. We ain't got to be coming together calling each other bitch ass niggas, hoe ass niggas, gay ass niggas, and all that shit. It's already bad it is that we in the public eye. We already seen as these kind of savages and monsters anyway. So we gonna show them different tonight.
Yeah,
Amen.
I definitely appreciate it. Hey, how's my sound? I just read the chat that I have an echo.
I think that was me because I had the YouTube playing for a minute, but I paused it, So we should be good, bro. I think it was me.
Yeah. So, hey, type 5,555. Let me know if I sound good.
You just fine.
Okay, cool. All right.
Now that's on the Hangout. Now you're fine. I don't know how the people hear you. Okay, J Life said there's no echo, so good. We got it fixed. That was me, bro. Because when it first started, I let the YouTube play just to make sure we won't be getting all that that underwater shit. Hangouts got some real fucked up bugs in it. Because I'd had plenty of times where I'd have started the show, brother, and as soon as I start talking, I hear all this shit. I'll be like, damn. So meaning by me being in the main account, I would literally have to shut my whole show down and start another one. And I don't want to do that because when you do that, people get so hyped up about the show, but then you got to start it back over. Half of the people that was there on the first one, they won't show up on the second one. You feel me?
Yeah, no, I definitely understand.
Yeah.
The Hangout bugs, especially with the audio, because once you get on a roll, and then sometimes you don't see the chat saying, "Hey, shit is fucked." And by the time you go back around, it's like, "Oh man, I didn't." All my audio is blown.
Right? I know, right? Now I have heard in some instances when the show is getting good, the audio will fuck up right in the middle of it, and that irks me more than anything, bro.
Yeah.
That irks me more than anything. But let me do what I do. Let me give some people some shout outs. We got J Life in the building. We got my man Paul DeMocato. We got Lay in the building. Sco always showing your brother love. We got 22 people watching already, brother. The voice of reason, my man Mike in the building. My man Josh in the building. Duron in the building. What's up, brother? Black AP, he in the building. Eric Smith, what's up, brother? What's going on, my guy? And Sean, he in the building. Who else? Got my man Huggy on Sluggy P. We got him on Hangout,
Yeah. Peace,
aka
family.
Boogie Pete,
What's
we call
going
him
on,
Snuggy
family?
Pete.
Peace to Black Power, family. Young Pharaoh.
Young Pharaoh.
And we ain't
We
got
got
no
Theo.
crackers on the panel, do we?
No.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta get the crackers off the panel.
But you sounded like, bro. You
Hey,
sounded
I
like,
like Huggy.
yeah, he sounded like, bro.
What's going on, y'all? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going down, bro?
Oh,
No
man.
worries,
And
man.
you know what? Hey, Drazen, they saying double Chris. Both our name Chris, bro. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's so easy to remember your name.
Right.
So we got what? How many Chris we got? We got like 7 of y'all motherfuckers, ain't it?
I don't know. Right now, it's only two. You know what I'm saying? Two of the best in the game right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Drazen and Team Chris. We got two of the best in the game right now. So let's
Yeah.
pick
I
it.
think Chris, you the only one dog Chris, right? Everybody else light skin. That's messed up.
Oh, he likes skinned too. They just see some
Oh
avatar
yeah?
picture.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Oh yeah, no, that ain't a selfie. No, that's just.
I didn't think it was a selfie, man.
Oh man.
Look at that, man. We already having fun already, man. We didn't even start the show yet. We having fun already. We didn't even start the show yet. First of all, before we go on to fun, I want to thank everybody. Dude, I'm telling y'all, my email has been blowing up with subs, brother. I thank a lot of people from your sector and somebody from the inside was sending people over, and they was just subscribing with no problem. Dude, I'm almost up there where you at already. I just hit over 300 last night. God damn, I'm at 336, 337 now. How
I
fucking
told
cool is
you,
that?
you'll crack at least 500 for the year with.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's pretty cool. Kathy in the building. What's up, Kathy? What's
Yeah,
going
man.
on?
Like I said, if any of them came from me, I'm more than happy to help out a brother in his platform. So
Hey,
like I
I
said,
appreciate that,
man.
brother. I appreciate that, but and matter of fact, I seen a couple of messages in your promo that caught my attention. One of them said, you know what? I've been on this guy's show before. He said, and he is extremely respectful, no matter what your views is. I think he was talking about Tommy. You know, he was very respectful. Here's my thing, man. I can't get mad or upset with somebody because you are. We all grown, we got our own mindset. So just because you may tell me that you don't like Tommy doesn't mean that I'm going to turn around and not like Tommy. Tommy hasn't done nothing to me. As a matter of fact, Tommy is the one that got me boosted off in what I'm doing now. Same thing with you. You may have some people come to me and say, hey, man, you shouldn't be talking to that Drazen dude. All he do is have bullshit on his channel. But look here, brother. You can't come and tell me to have a problem with this man when this man haven't did nothing to me. You know, he haven't brought problems to me. So what I'm going to say I'm going to hate him for? You feel me?
Yeah. And like I said, man,
And
there's
it's
a very big, anti-Tommy machine. Well, I wouldn't call him machine because it ain't like they're getting paid, but a lot of people, dislike Tommy and they want you to share that hatred. I don't agree with a lot of this, the stances he takes, but I don't let other people's problems with him influence me. If I don't like him, I don't like him for my reasons, not because you
thank
don't
you.
like him. You know what I'm saying? So,
Thank you.
but I didn't really get a look at that chat room because I've been busy all day. But that person you talking about is JB Back. That's a girl.
Yeah, you don't want to see it.
That's a girl. That's a female that uses that that picture.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a woman.
My bad. But it's cool though that she peeped that out. That he's still respectful regardless, and that's what it is, man. Look, over here on my sector, I can't speak for nobody else, but over here in my sector, you are free to say whatever you want to say.
Hey,
But
you know what?
at the same time, be respectful. I mean, it's no such thing as a dumb question. It's no such thing as a dumb answer. But it is a such thing as a stupid person. Not saying they stupid literally, but the shit that they do.
No, I definitely agree with that. And I would say even with JB Backer, she's a staunch anti-Tommy troll. And even her comment, she had to recognize, where the justice was. Even though she's completely polar opposite of your beliefs on Tommy, you still showed her respect. And she could have been, a dirty troll and been on some bullshit, but she had to acknowledge that, over here, this man is just. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right.
I can appreciate it, at every level. So
Somebody just said in chat, Damon Dame said, old boy don't know, he just stepped in doo-doo. Chris bringing the fucker with him. Damon Dame, what I say to that brother, like I said to, I think you got a subscriber named Red Face, he said he subscribed to me too. I look at it like this. They're going to troll when I'm doing good. They're going to troll when I'm doing bad. They're going to talk about me when I'm doing good. They're going to talk about me when I'm doing bad. So it's a lose-lose situation. I'm a grown-ass man. You know, kids let words hurt them because they kids, they fragile. When you come up age, their words shit, just pretty much go in one ear and come out the other. You feel me?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
if they're gonna troll, I stepped into doo-doo, so he said, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
Hey.
Damien Dames is one of my he's definitely a regular on my show and other shows. So, that comment was pure troll food. So, I roll with the punches when it comes to the trolls because, they're out there to ruin people's days. A lot of times they are unhappy in their real lives and they want to share the hate. And I let the dumb shit roll off. But because of where I'm at, I get it in swarms. Like it's a tsunami of hate, 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 hate. Whereas over here, because you set up your platform independent of maniacs, you wouldn't have to deal with that as much. But I swim with the sharks, and it's terrible waters. But yeah, man.
So are you saying Damien Dame is a troll?
Yeah, Damien Dame's trolling right now. But no, he's not. But listen, I'm saying he's not. He is a troll in every aspect. He talks shit. He has his face. That's the basics. That's the troll uniform. Anonymity, mean words. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the basic. That's when you get your troll starter kit. But right now he isn't trolling to the degree that he could. He's a seasoned troll. He's really just right now. I think it's before the game. He's just throwing up shots to break a sweat. But I think when the whistle blows, we'll see how far it goes,
You say you don't know what you're getting in the black sector. Well, brother, I'm not in the black sector. I'm in the Chris sector. I'm not in the black sector. Me and this man just agreed to collaborate. You know what I'm saying? The black sector is all about roasting and bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? And it's just what it is, Doesn't mean I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna still be the same person. So fuck the dumb shit. Y'all come again. Y'all gonna troll when we doing something good. Y'all gonna troll when we doing something bad. So it's all good. Have at it. Have at it. All right, brother. Again, man, appreciate you, man. Let's get into some topics, man, my guy. The PD, what you gonna say something real quick?
Oh no, I'm good. Y'all good.
Hey, Chris, okay. Where you from, man? I hear the accent. Where you from?
Memphis 10, Ratchet Town, Memphis 10.
Damn, Memphis, okay. All right, you know what? I'd have bet money somewhere in Texas. Okay, all right.
No, me and Huggy P, Memphis 10, Ratchet Town.
Oh, so do y'all know each other in real life?
Yeah. We stay like 15 minutes away from each other. Yeah, we stay like 15 minutes from each other, yeah.
Yeah, we just shot dice and did drive-bys. We did all types of shit together.
Oh, shit. Hey, did y'all get...
I don't believe that shit, man.
Hey, did y'all get fitted for gold teeth together?
No.
I had a platinum grill a long time ago. I don't do that shit no more.
Man.
Right. Pull out.
Right. No, man, me and that man, we don't get down that bullshit, man. Dude, I ain't got no track record. I ain't trying to get one. Believe me, I ain't trying to get one.
I feel you, man. Did y'all know each other? Did y'all know each other in real life, or y'all met here on YouTube and then hooked up in real life?
We met up in real life.
Oh, real life.
Yeah, working at FedEx.
Yep. Oh, so y'all homeboys that came to YouTube.
Yeah, pretty much. But he was already here before I was though, cause I wouldn't even touch YouTube, bro. But hey, they go show you things change, and now that I'm doing it, hey, I get praised for it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Shit. So it's all good, man. It's all good. But let's get into it, man, and head out probably about another hour and a half or so, man. You said the first thing you want to get in is about this election, and it's mighty funny you brought that up because I'm gonna bring it up to you anyway, dude. This is the first election I just seen that has brought out the stupidity in a lot of folks. I mean, goddamn. This dude ain't even stepped in office yet, man. These folks going fucking ham. Real talk. Have you seen that video that went viral that these black dudes beating up their white man because he was a Trump supporter? Have you seen that video?
Yeah, I saw it.
What you thought about it, bro?
Well, I mean, that particular video or the election?
You can talk about both of them. Let's talk about the video first.
Okay. All right. The video, I saw it. I'm not one of these people who has any room in my heart for white tears. So I saw it. I got an erection and I moved on.
Oh, hold on, bro. Repeat that again.
No, I said I'm not a guy who has room in my heart for white tears. So I saw it and achieved an erection. I moved on.
Oh, so it didn't bother you at all?
No, because I look at it as, I mean, given the history of America, some white guy getting jumped that's able to live and tell the tale. It's not something that I'm sitting here promoting, but white collectively deserve much worse. Like the fact that we aren't insurgents, is shows the black supremacy. So this guy got his ass kicked. I'm not one of these black dudes who's looking for justice or trying to be white people's moral superior. I'm looking for what's right for black people. Him getting his ass kicked is of no consequence to me.
Woo. Okay, I hear you. Well, you on different paths on that one. My thing is this. It's sad because 9 times out of 10, this man was minding his own business. And the reason why they did it. Now, I can understand they said on the video that this man touched my daughter. This man molested my son. This man raped my girlfriend. But didn't nobody say that. You solely whooped this man ass because he was a Trump supporter. I'm surprised you say that doesn't bother you because it bothers me. But I'm going to tell you what bothered me more about the video. Not so much as the men whooping that man ass because I'm used to seeing niggas doing stupid shit. What bothered me the most, you had black women in the background egging the shit on. That what bothered me. You are on a camera phone recording these Negroes doing violent acts. And this is funny. This is funny. And again, not because he raped anybody, not because he robbed anybody, not because he touched your child in a sexual way. You whooped this man because what he supported. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I didn't shed no tears. But at the same time, I felt for that because I thought it was stupid. That was stupid, bro.
Well, here's my thing. As far as, when we're talking about every day, black people are have their lives ruined for just waking up and being black, being born into a position of a disadvantage, and white people being born in positions of unearned power. And, when we're looking at it, this one single ass whooping, again, when I saw it, it's not something I'm saying, hey, go to the bus stop and beat up every white person you saw. Even though they deserve that, I'm saying that that's not productive for black people. But as far as when I saw it and him being a Trump supporter, it's not something that I have that sways me. Yeah, or nay. I could have lived with never seeing that video on that tripping, and seeing it, I have no pity for that man. I just when I look at the entire picture, I look at how many black people are railroaded in court, railroaded, and when it comes to employment, railroaded when it comes to actually trying to achieve the American dream through bank loans and car loans and all this other stuff. There's one ass whooping, and we're talking about versus an entire system that is fueled in the agony of black people. Yeah, no, that white guy. Given what we've gone through, it should be 500 of those a day.
Wow, really?
Absolutely. We suffer some of the world has never ever seen this type of terrorism that has, that black people go through globally. The fact that like I said, the fact that we don't go around with explosive devices attached to our chest in the middle of Times Square is a miracle, and it shows that our moral superiority. And I think that that's the problem. Like, we're looking for what's right for everybody, and we need to think about what's right for Black people exclusively. When I speak on issues, I'm not thinking about any other group of people. Will this put Black people ahead? And him getting his ass whooped, I don't look at it as some something to shake my head at. I look at it. I remember the documentaries when they had Black children as gator bait. And those children didn't do anything but be born, and they were fed to alligators in the swamps of Florida and other places in the South. I think about that shit, and this guy getting punched in the mouth. Yeah, no, he can kiss my ass.
Okay. Huggy, you can talk, bro. What you think about that?
I'm like half and half. And I'm looking at it like I want to say the thing is staged, but I can't really believe that. I don't know. My thing about the video is that the reasoning was silly. Now, if they would have said that, this is for my people and what we went through and just, what we go through every day, and that we just out here starving, we're in the poverty and we're going through this, and this is why we gonna whoop your ass. I can understand that. But I don't understand the fact that you did this because he's a supporter of a president, which, presidents don't control anything. They're just faces, puppets. That's another story. But my thing is, that's what makes it staged to me. Like, it's a perfect time to have a race war to where we brew it up and we have these staged events. And I think a lot of these staged events are happening, already have happened, and are going to happen. But in this case, let's just say this isn't. Let's just say these boys go to jail for assault. I don't want that to happen. And that's why in my situation, when it comes to law, you should have a problem with it because these boys' lives are in jeopardy because they could be facing charges. And being that they're young guys, they could be ruining their adulthood for a very long time just because of what they've done. And if they haven't done it in an illegal aspect, future tense, let's say 30 years from now, they want to make something out of their lives as far as getting a certain job or a certain type of advantage, they're going to look at those guys and say, we remember you guys from beating up that guy about nothing. And that's the thing. I wish people would stop recording if you want to go on these rampages. Stop recording. I look at parents. When you want to whoop your kids, whoop them in the privacy of your home. Stop recording. Stop sharing every single thing you do. Now, do I agree with them beating the man up? No. If it was a certain reason that you felt like was, justified, then do so. I don't want to be involved with it, but I do have a problem with it because these boys are putting their lives in jeopardy. Not in a physical sense, but a legal sense.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that.
I don't know what else I can say about that.
What do you think about? Because we can move on. I mean, I think we've all said our piece on it.
Yeah, I think we said our piece on that. Yeah.
That was kind of an odd. That was an odd.
Yeah, it kind of left with bad. Yeah.
And I know I changed the temperature of the room, and and that's definitely good. You know what I mean?
Some people in the chat was like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" But like I say, brother, hey, that's your opinion. No, I'm not here to try to change your opinion. We just have to part ways on that one, bro. Because I'm all about everybody. Now, I'm not going to sit up and say I can save everybody. Lord knows I can't save everybody. If I could, this would be a good world.
Well, see, I would say that the everybody, the all inclusive, I think that's can be a part of a plan, but it has to be in the later phases of things. Like, let's get this boot off our throats, and we'll see if everybody else wants to even be a part of competing in a level playing field. Because you can't, correct a wrong, including those that wronged you. You know what I'm saying? There has to be a time to where, we think about Black supremacy, where our whole focus is just ourselves. And those who are offended by that, they're the type of people who enjoy how things are going. They say, hey, you guys are on the bottom. I like it this way. the best thing I'm gonna do is bring you very, very cold ice on the plantation. You know, that's my gift to you. You're gonna be refreshed at the end of your slaving. But I'm saying let's burn the motherfucker down. But yeah, we can move on. What's your thoughts on the election? You know, as far as the election process and things like that.
Oh, the election for itself, dude. You know, I really ain't got much to say about it because I didn't go out and vote, so there's nothing I can say. You know, I'm not going to be one of the ones here protesting saying he's not my president. You know, that'd be stupid for me to do that. And I didn't even get off my ass and vote.
I got you.
So I really don't have much to say about it. Only time I guess I can really say something about it is when he actually get in office and see what he does. And we just have to take it from there. But in that though, I just can't speak on it from a guy who didn't even go out and vote because there was nothing about it that really interests me in this election. But I asked you the same question, brother. What's your thoughts about it?
Oh yeah, well, I think America has spoken. You know, for those who believe that this is a country of, you know, of inclusion, America has spoken, saying no. We want our racism raw and in our face. We want a chieftain of racism to lead us. We had to suffer through 8 years of a black president who they pretend, you know, disenfranchised them or did wrong them in any kind of way. And they spoke. This is who we are. This is what we represent. He is our, you know, our mouthpiece, our figurehead, and this is what they want. I didn't vote. Both candidates are historically racist, have the blood of black people on their hands, and you know, I believe an act of black self-respect is not wasting the efforts of your ancestors. They didn't die for you to just vote for any goddamn body. They figured that voting was an actual mechanism to change, and 50 years of that has shown that the way we vote, the way we participate, is incorrect, and it's time for we need to reboot and refocus, vote with our money, raise up our own candidates that are going to recognize and fight for what we need, our own benefits. But that's if you are part of the people who believe that you can infiltrate the system and the system will work for you. I believe that in every effort we make that's non-violent, we have to prepare for violence. So because imagine if all black people got on the right track and said, you know, we're going to spend our money with each other, build. Imagine how white people are going to respond. The reason why Rosewood was burned to the ground is because they believe that the system would work for them. Instead of so many, the blacksmith, the barbershop, and all these other businesses, they should have focused on, it should have been one store selling guns, you know, and, you know, that's my theory on it. You want to participate, you have to play ball like everybody else. Every other group is buying and owning politicians, and that puts them in a position to punish politicians that betray their beliefs. And we are just going in checking boxes, and it makes us easily betrayed. And you know, and that's why Obama betrayed us, and that's why every president going forward is going to tell black people, "Hey, niggers, shut up," because when he was in office, you ain't make him do shit. So don't talk that shit to me. And that is the curse. That's the stain of the Obama legacy. Because when they do say that, they will be right. Because his first 4 years was a sham, and we voted him back in just cause, and he didn't deliver anything to us that was explicitly for us. We suffer very direct, very specific problems that are almost exclusive to us. And you know, he didn't solve anything. And you know, when people say, "Oh, he had Republican pushback," he got Obamacare that faced severe Republican pushback. The gay shit, severe Republican pushback. It's just that he didn't give a fuck, you know. And I think until we're able to properly punish politicians and make our votes count, we're always going to be in this perpetual cycle of just being you know, we're just going to get fucked and then just thrown out the goddamn bed. You know, actually, a better scenario is their politicians are going to fuck us and then, you know, Jazzy Jeff us like Uncle Phyllis. You know how he used to throw Jazzy Jeff out the fucking house? That's what they do to us. They fuck us and then they just Uncle Phyllis. And we have to change the way we approach politics if you don't want to fully engage in a bloody slave revolt.
Mm. I got a couple of questions actually. I'm looking at the chat now. You said earlier the people had spoken. Somebody asked the question, who has spoken? Blacks are only 13%. So, with a question mark, I just seen something else. They said, "What did Obama owe anyone?" He's
Oh,
not
see
even.
that he's not even black, right? Well, again, I see that's from a Celine person. I don't know what her race is. Her picture is from a distance. She doesn't look black, but that's a convenience, because he didn't run on this. I'm mixed thing. White people assigned him. White people make the rules on the plantation. So the one drop rule is something that they've established. Is something that we all are forced to adhere to. I'm not one of those mixed as black people. I'm not, because it just further promotes colorism. But for the sake of argument, as Celine is being intentionally dishonest by this, oh, he's not even black all of a sudden, because he's been touted as the first black president, celebrated and lauded, and actually had death threats because of it. So this whole he's mixed shit, he didn't owe, he's not black, he didn't owe black people shit. That's bullshit, because he ran on change, he bamboozled the crowd. Black people who never voted went out and voted. I mean, it was historical, but he betrayed his entire people, and I think he's the worst president the blacks have ever had, and that's putting him up against actual slave masters that were president. You know what I'm saying? Because with them, you know what the fuck you were getting. You could never expect anything positive from those guys. But with Obama, he ran on change, and he completely abandoned us. Only time he came in front of us was to act a fool, sing a song, dance a jig, and wag his finger. But when it came to anything else, it was, man, shut the fuck up. So yeah, I don't play that shit.
I One more thing. My man Young Jay in the chat said, "Local elections are the only thing that matters." What you say about that?
I mean, the only thing, I mean, like that's I would say that they have a bigger impact, but say that they are only, that word only, you're crucified by that word, because we have the president affects public policy. He sets the tone of the nation. When George Bush was on his warmonger, everybody was, heavy military, and, that was the theme of the country, the flag and this patriotism and all this other shit. And I would say that that's not so. It's not the only thing.
Celine said something that caught my attention, brother, and I was kind of thinking it too. She said, "I was not aware Obama was running to change things just for blacks,"
Well,
and
see,
I thought that too, because my opinion of it was, I think a lot of people thought when he got elected, a lot of things was going to change for us, and that's not really what happened, in my opinion.
well, see, here's the
You
thing.
know,
And it didn't happen, but black people had a right to assume that, because that's how politics works. The politician represents his largest constituency. So if I vote you in office, how it's supposed to go, you get my vote, you represent me. He didn't get 90% anywhere else. His most loyal, diehard constituency were black people, and he did nothing exclusively for us, even though we voted exclusively for him. So that whole, another, like I said, that's this white way of thinking, and it's convenient, because when Republicans are in office, they do everything that benefit the rich. That is the party of money. They don't give a fuck how many poor whites or poor people voted for them. They gonna represent who got them there. But when it comes to black people, we're the only group. Well, it's okay to betray us. Oh well, you voted and he ain't do nothing, so oh well. Nobody else puts up with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And here's the other thing. Do you think that if we had an Asian, even a Chinese to be specific, president, and Chinese boys and girls and kids and whoever the fuck were getting killed on the streets by the police, you don't think that there would be a completely different reaction? You don't think it would be cops in prison? Of course there wouldn't. The Ayatollah in Iran spoke on. He was like, I can't believe that blacks are getting shot and killed in the streets with a black president. The world took notice of that. I mean, the betrayal it's at every level. You know what I'm saying? His money, I mean, where his bread is buttered is in Chicago. Chicago right now is a war zone for black people. Did he ever do anything to stave off that madness? Hell no. And again, man, politics works in a very specific way. He didn't adhere to it. He betrayed us, and now you have cocksuckers that are willing to say, oh well, get over it. But we're black people, the only ones that you get to talk that shit to, But and I'm just not with that.
okay, I hear you, brother. I hear you. Huggy, what you say about all this, brother?
Well, what I want to say is this: the whole one drop hole thing is not something that white people created, and if they did, black people have indoctrinated that, and they made that a way of life. Like, from what I understand, according to the average person that's of Pan Africanism, is that you are what your father is. I don't believe that to be science, to be somewhat, I guess you could say, from a scientific breakdown. Because last time I checked, if you come from an actual male, you still need the genes of a female to make the child, and you are a part of that other, gender. So being that his mom is white and his dad is, according to what they say, black, from Kenya, being that he's of an African, country or African tribe, because he has to be, if we on the same page. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct. The one drop rule is something created during slavery. It was to make sure that the raped, the products of rape don't get any privileges or benefits by having white fathers. So it's not something that black people have created themselves. It's something that has been thrust upon us, imposed on us, and it's something that we adhere to because of it.
I actually said if we didn't, I said we have inherited and we have indoctrinated that idea.
Well,
Do you agree with that?
as a victim, you can't. Let me see. You said we
A
have been
victim?
indoctrinated.
A victim
Uh,
of calling ourselves all black if we're mixed. That's something that makes it. That's a victim role.
yeah, it's a victim because you making yourself obsolete. You're a victim of racism because
So
that's not something.
I want to be a part of a white culture that makes me a victim because of that.
Yeah, yes.
Like my
Wow,
grandma is
really?
mixed. My grandma is mixed. I don't ever want to say I'm mixed because at the end of the day, if I look at my mom and my dad, they're both black. Even though my mom has
Right.
this half a gene in her because her dad is darker than me, and her mom is light skinned with gray eyes. I don't say, well, my grandma is mixed, so I must be mixed.
Right. Yeah, and I'm saying that you don't say it because society won't allow. I mean, it's just not. Is what I'm saying is
No. Don't say society don't allow it. You just admitted that the one drop rule is something that white people gave to blacks, and I say, and it's something we all can agree with. Black people have inherited that as a everyday life. All you gotta do is go on the internet and look.
what I'm saying. That you use inherit. I'm gonna say imposed. Because usually an inheritance is something that you can benefit from. Something that's been
A lot of people benefit from it in the black culture because they have this idea of wanting to be black, but they don't want to be us if they're mixed. Nobody says that Obama is half white. The white people don't say that. Now
They say straight black.
they might say that to be technical, but black people are the ones that saying he was the first black president. Are we correct on this?
no. If white people said that he was mixed, because they control the media, the internet, and everything, then that's what he would be known as. They
You
labeled
think white
him.
people control the media?
That's something that's really up for debate. That white people control the media.
I'm asking a question.
No, I mean, because I'm flabbergasted by that question. White people
You are?
control, yeah, because I don't see how they. What black media do we own and control? That's on par.
Do the Zionists sound familiar to you, or the Jewish people,
Yeah, Jews and white. Yeah, they're white.
or Freemasons? If we want to go deep, go deeper. We can go deeper to that. Do you not understand that they control the media? They control Hollywood, control everything that's considered of whatever considered programming we have, or television, sports, entertainment.
Right. But are you saying that Jews ain't white?
I'm saying they aren't because they won't tell you they are.
Well,
And that's up for debate because we don't really know if they are white. But what we do know is that they have more power than the actual Caucasian or the Caucasoid, what you want to call it.
what I'm saying is, when it comes to in America, they have been allowed to consider themselves white. They have the privileges of being white. They consider when it comes to the census, they're counted as white. They identify as
You
white.
know why you're lying? Find a poor Jewish community in America.
What? Okay,
Give me one. Give me
so
one.
So what does their economic status have to do with their racial designation?
Give me one, because you know a poor white community. I know one. Give me a poor Jewish community in America.
Okay, I don't know all communities, you know, so I don't.
I said, give me one.
I'm telling you, I don't know them all, and it
You
ain't
can
enough
Google.
Jews. Hold on, it ain't
You can
enough
Google.
Jews. It's not
You
enough
can Google
Jews,
this.
you know, for them. You know, it's not like it's heavy pockets of them.
No, I'm not saying that because we're 13%, but we do know one of the most high-rated crime areas of Chicago. Even if you didn't know that, let's just say you just have no idea. You can just simply take 5 seconds and just Google and say, Chicago. And then next we got what, Philadelphia. Then next we got what, Baton Rouge or New Orleans. You know, it's pretty much a good idea. But the fact that you can't even name a poor Jewish community, even on a 50% scale of half and half of the percentage, you can't even name. So I challenge you in 10, 15, 20 seconds. Do you have time to Google one?
Yeah, no, I'm not, because we're talking about racial designation. So money has nothing to do with that.
No, it's not about money. We're talking about
Sure,
poor
it is.
Jewish people.
Because you're going to make this point that because there is no poor Jewish community, that and there's poor white communities, that they are not white, and I'm saying that that's not true.
I didn't say there were any poor Jewish communities. I have never heard of one.
That's right. Okay. All right. This has become a circle.
You don't say that if you can't tell me one, right?
No. I didn't say it. What you're not
you try
listening
to you try to write it off.
No. What I'm saying is, I see where you're going with this. I can forecast where you're the point that you're going.
Let me know if you are. Let me know if you see that. Go ahead.
I mean, I just went over it. What I was saying was, your point is that there is no poor Jewish community, but there are poor white communities. Therefore, they can't be white. And I'm saying that that's false.
That's not my point. My point is that the Zionist Jews control everything and not white people.
Right. Yeah.
That went completely over your head.
No.
That went completely over your head.
It didn't go completely over my head. It's just that
you didn't even tell me what I was. You didn't even tell me my point. I just told you my point.
Listen, and you're trying to separate them from being white, and I'm saying that they're designated as white people
because the country say so.
Because that's how they identify.
Okay, give me anything that makes them identical. Give me one thing that makes them identical.
On the census, it says white or peoples from the Middle East or North Africa.
A census is a rare situation where you can make that an excuse. Give me one thing that makes them identical.
That's how people are counted, and that's a statistic.
And the mixed people are considered black. You can use that same argument. Give me the reason that makes them both. What are you talking?
I've already said that we have to. We're governed by the one drop rule. I've never contested.
We're not governed. Black people have, because if that's the case, black people would stop saying that we aren't black, we're mixed, and those people aren't of our descent solely 100%. But we don't do that. The reason why we don't do that is because we have kept this thing rolling for centuries. And what do Jews? And so you're telling me that Jewish people and white people are the same according to census?
According to them identifying the census, they check the box white. So we're going to go off of what is actual record. The census says that.
Okay, I'll give you that. So what makes the Jewish people identical in power to the white people?
If there's a system that if we just have agreed that they identify as white and the top.
I didn't agree to that. I just said that you have that.
They sent you.
I don't agree to that.
So you're saying that they don't check the box when it says white peoples from Europe or North Africa or the Middle East.
I know the census could be whatever it want to be, just like the mixed people aren't considered mixed; they're considered black.
Okay, we're going.
Same argument. Remember, you said they came up with the one drop rule, and if they came up with that, of course they would probably say, "Let's make the Jewish people and white people identical when they check box."
So not because that box translates to real life. So if white people get the favorable outcome in courts, they get to benefit from that. But if they get loans, they get to benefit.
So according to census, according to your argument, President Obama is not mixed.
According to the census, the president.
According to your argument, you use the census argument. I have it.
How does it go from whites identifying to Jews identifying as white to the mixed thing? I said we are governed by the one drop rule. So he checks black. He's been told he's been black his whole life. Black people have been told that mixed is black. So that's
You
how
know
he
you've been told you've
identifies.
been black his whole life. How do you know that?
Hey, look, dog. Hey, listen, man.
Now don't say don't. I'm
You're
not a
splitting.
dog.
You're
I'm not a
splitting.
dog. I'm not
You're
calling you a
splitting.
dog,
You're
sir.
splitting.
Sir,
Look. Listen.
call me. Just talk to
You
me
from
intelligently,
Memphis.
sir.
You're
Sir,
from
stop,
Memphis. I'm
stop,
from
stop.
Detroit.
Hold on. Excuse
And
me,
so
excuse
you
me.
know, dog
Excuse me. Hold
is
on.
not
No, no,
is
no,
not
no,
an
no,
insult.
no, no. That's not an
No.
insult.
Because
No, it's not an
I
insult. But
didn't.
you changing your demeanor when you say that.
No, I'm not changing my demeanor. It's not an insult. Either it's an insult or it
I
isn't.
didn't say it was an insult. See, why
You
you
just
putting
said
words in
you're
my mouth?
not
I didn't
a
say it was an
dog.
insult. I said I'm not.
Oh, man. Listen, man. Look, something's wrong with you.
Something wrong with me now.
Yeah, something's wrong with you.
Because
Hey,
said,
wait.
look, I said, don't call me a dog. I said, don't
No,
change your demeanor because you don't
listen,
agree with
I
me.
said we are two black men coming from two black urban communities. We speak similar language. You know, dog is not an insult because I didn't call you. I didn't say hey rabbit. I didn't say hey lizard. I said hey dog. You've used dog in your.
But something is wrong with me. So something is wrong with me because
Listen,
I have a problem with that?
Yeah, something's wrong with you. For you
In
to
an
sit there and take that
intellectual
as an
debate,
insult.
in an intellectual debate, I got a problem. Something wrong with me?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Because we aren't on the same page. Something wrong with me.
No. It's not even that we're not on the same page. Every time I score a touchdown, you move the goal. You're like, nope, 10 more yards.
You haven't
Nope,
scored a
10 more
touchdown.
yards.
You haven't
Sure I
scored a
have.
touchdown.
The
This is
playback
not
will tell
about.
the story.
This is not even about touchdowns.
Right. Okay.
Hey, check this out. I like to debate. I really do.
I thought we were having a dialogue. I
ain't
know
got
this is
that
a
much
debate.
time, for y'all to be going back and forth. I don't. Goddamn, I don't know how I led to this, but shit, I liked it. But it's finna start going left. Let's get it back to right.
Okay.
Let's get it back to right. You know what I'm saying? And y'all go pick that up on another show or another sector, or whatever the case may be. But I can't have it start going left because it looked like it wasn't going to end good. Because Lord, you start getting loud. Um, Eventually he would have started getting loud, and I didn't come over here to have no word slugfest. I wanted to come over here and have good.
Listen, Chris, I'm respecting
conversation.
Hey, Chris, first and foremost, I'm going to respect your rules. At no point was I going to, because if it was in the sewer, it would have went another direction. But I'm respecting your rules. This is your real life friend, and I'm not going to insult him. You know what I'm saying? So because voices were raised, I don't think that you can gauge a conversation based on that solely, because insults weren't flying or anything like that. My whole thing is that the conversation was going circular. I said dog, and he went nuts.
Chris, to be clear, I never said it was an insult. Can we stop saying that?
Oh God! Listen, man.
But let's go right, Chris.
When you say that,
I'm listen to what you said. Let's go right.
All right. Yeah. Let's go right. Lord, do you have any kids, brother?
Do I have any children? Yes, I have a daughter. But you can call me Chris. Calling me Lord is weird.
Oh, okay. I just want to call you by your screen name. So you do have.
Yes, I have.
You do have kids. How many do you have?
I got one.
Okay. How involved are you with your kids? Like, do they stay with you, or they stay with the moms, or you see them every day, or you and the baby mama stay together, or what?
Oh, no. It used to be a week, 50-50, week on, week off. She moved to Atlanta, and so it's scheduled for vacations and summers. But again, the course of, she has she picks and chooses what she will adhere to, but I'm in my daughter's life.
Mm-hmm.
I talk to her regularly. We FaceTime and chat and things like that. So, and she'll be out here for the Christmas holiday, but there have been holidays that, she decided that she wanted to do something with her family and my daughter. And I had to, I got the short end of that stick. So, I'm
sorry to hear, bro.
Yeah. I'm pretty powerless when it comes to, her deciding when I'll have justice and not, but it is what it is.
Okay. And I asked you that, man, because I did a video And I think the name of the video was called Coon. Now we doing this word is being flinged like a fishing pole, you flinging in the water trying to catch a fish or something. And it's getting to the point now where it's rubbing off on our young generation, and this is not good. Because I'm hearing kids now, I don't know whether to blame the parents or to blame the society that they in, but it is getting bad now. Where they are cursing better than us, they are calling young girls bitches and hoes, they are cussing their parents out, smoking weed, and using all this slang thuggish talk, sagging pants, and thinking what they say in rap songs now is supposed to be cool. Who are we really to blame for our kids' failure in this era? In your opinion.
Uh,
And what solutions do you think we could come up with to try to fix the error?
okay. All right, all right. Well, I'm not one of these people who goes straight to, who only looks at the symptoms of something. I'm trying to look at, what causes it. I'm trying to cure the virus, not the headache or the runny nose or the upset stomach. So when we're talking about the conditions that Black people are in, this low morale, this lack of character, these things, come from centuries of imposed poverty, from whites. It's no mystery why, you're not rich. People before you weren't rich, before her, before, so forth and so on. And so when you come from centuries of white terrorism, on top of now they throw guns in your neighborhoods, they throw drugs in your neighborhoods, they give you shitty schools, no health care, no jobs. Whenever industry is not hiring, crime is always hiring. So, we have to look at the situation as, okay, this is a position that we're in. We know who put us here. We have enemies. They are white, and there's nothing that they won't do to maintain a system of white supremacy. Then we know that we have to draw closer together and do things that will benefit Black people. That's the solution. When you think about pulling your pants up, it ain't because some white man told you to. Pulling your pants up because that's the right thing to do as a Black man. Going to work, going to school, doing the best you can is what's best for Black people, not to get a pat on the head from some white person. So, we have to recognize our entire position. You can take self-responsibility once you know why you were in that position. You can't sit here and blame the victims when the victimizing has never stopped. So it isn't. We've always been the most underemployed. We've always been the poorest, and blah 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 blah, and it hasn't stopped. So what we have to do is, okay, look, this is the cause of this disease. The only way we cure it is to get rid of this cause. And, we have to rely on ourselves. That's how I see us coming out of this. But we can never remove racism as our root problem on this earth. Because everything that we have going wrong about us starts at racism. Drugs are in our community. It ain't because Black people said so. Guns are in our community. It ain't because Black people said so. No jobs. It ain't because Black people don't work hard enough. It ain't because Black people don't want to work. Black people ain't on TV because it ain't because Black people don't want to get licenses for television and things like that. All of this is intentional and deliberate by the white collective. They like selling us shit, and when we create for ourselves, they burn it down. History shows that. And with that, all that terrorism has destroyed our brains. And so that's why when we see each other, we see enemies. We see each other the way white people see us. That's why when you walk down the street, Black people, Black men especially, it's tension because we see each other as threats, as potential enemies. And even to some point, that may even be correct because somebody may be on some bullshit, but in its origin, that all starts with white people and what they have chained us to.
Let me ask you a question, brother, because I'm noticed like you talk on certain things, it's like you throw the white people in there as if you are blaming them for the reasons what's going on with society and especially us. Do you have a problem with white people?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes, I have a problem with white people.
Oh, okay. I get it. I
Yeah,
get
I
it
mean,
now.
but
Okay,
this is
gotcha.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
My problem with white people is based on reality, history. I don't have to go too far back to see that. This election is proof of how white people collectively think and act and behave and want as the law of the land. So my thing is this: white people. If this is, we can use the jungle as an example. White people are the top of the pyramid. That makes them the apex predator, and we are sheep. And there is no sheep that can benefit from sitting around wolves. And that's how I look at it, because the power dynamic is unequal, because one phone call and they could potentially ruin your life. And when you could make that phone call and impact them in the same way. So it's no different than warden, prisoner, fucking child, adult. We have no power. We're at their mercy. You could be hanging out with white people. If one white motherfucker decides that, this nigga's got to go, one phone call, it's over with. And you can't do that in reverse. So, they keep us in this position of powerlessness, and they enjoy it. They enjoy us being on the bottom. And I'm not going to sit around someone who has no problem with me being on a plantation, for lack of a better scenario. And at best, they will want you to have a nice, comfortable stay on the plantation. But by no means does any white person want this reality to change. Because for this to benefit black people, it has to be a complete reversal. And white people ain't going to have that. They didn't get to this position peacefully or by walking around and voting. They got it violently. And they know to lose it, it'll take violence. And they're not just going to stop being our oppressor because because being the oppressor isn't nice. You know what I'm saying?
I noticed you brought up plantation, so me and you going back in the slavery days, right?
Well, I'm saying I use that as a visual, but I would say that the laws that were created during then, they still exist. As far as there's a law for black people and there's a law for other people, but we get the harshest, coldest version of that law. And the prison statistics will tell you that. Drug laws will tell you that. The racism starts out white versus black. Other people fall into other categories, but that main event matchup is white versus black. And that's why, you get centuries of blackface and, anti-black media and all types of shit, so.
Uh, I don't know, man. My thing is, I hear a lot of people, well, I'm saying us blacks, that we like to go back there to talk about slavery, what it has made us, and how it's still in conjunction today, or I guess racism, where the case may be. And I'm not saying that it's not still here, and it is. But I don't get why people always go back to the slavery days, because here I am, 36 years old. I was born in 1980. I wasn't a slave. As far as I'm concerned, I had my freedom from the time that I was old enough to make my own decisions. So why do we keep going back to that 100 years ago versus to what they doing now? Because it was a white person that gave me my first job. It was mainly white people who taught me in school when I graduated from school, including blacks. It was white folks. They would probably hit me faster if I'm broke down on the side of the road or something versus than someone black. So I don't get when we ask people, what's the issue with white people? That's what y'all refer to plantation and slavery. Maybe there's a point that I'm missing. So I'm asking you, why we go back to that always?
Well,
Help me understand something that I'm missing.
oh yeah, no problem, man. And uh, um, like I said before, the hierarchy, the power and the powerlessness, that is something that started from slavery, and it still exists. As again I said, laws that are created to target blacks, they still exist. And to your side of the road white savior example, I would say that I forgot what it's somewhere in the southeast. A man who was a church drummer was pulled over. His car. He was on it, he was out in the middle of on the side of the road or whatever. Long story short, a white cop, encountered him and killed him. And here's a guy who's unarmed. He was a drummer for church. It doesn't get any more wholesome than that guy. And he got a bullet in his chest. And and I think that the idea that that there are good whites, is intrinsically bad when you are oppressed by those same whites. Because a white person was your teacher is an example of racism, because they were able to gain employment in your neighborhood off of the efforts of your people, and vice versa. To be a black teacher in a white neighborhood, you have to be the creme de la creme. You got to be damn near the best teacher in the tri-state. So whatever suburb is in Memphis, though, to be a black teacher in that school, the bar is much higher. Whereas any white person with the necessary credentials can always find work amongst blacks. And and it's not true in reverse. All that we suffer from this, like I said, generational poverty, because we were poor on the plantation, we were poor when they freed us, and that has been passed down. That's all we inherit is dust from one another. Resources are kept from us. They create the ghettos that we kill each other in through redlining, illegal banking practices. All of this is based off of black people not being human, black people not deserving justice or anything, or the right to pursue liberty and happiness. All of that has origins in slavery. So when we look at it, and that's why blacks compare it to that, or blacks who know what time it is, say, okay, this is just like then, nothing much has changed. Because even though we're free, we're still the worker class of America. We don't own and control shit. And pretty soon we're going to be obsolete, and that's how they want it. Because if we can't fight for ourselves, we have to take whatever they give. And, white people, all of them, no matter how good their intentions are, white people, all of them benefit from this system. They all enjoy it because they don't want to live in a world where the playing field is even.
Dude, I don't agree with that at all. And to me, it sounds like you've been programmed to think like this, that all white people are evil. You sit up here and said that it's racist for a white person to teach me. Dude, you completely went over my head with that one.
Well, this is what I'm saying. That because they are white, they are able to find employment in your neighborhood. Because you went to a school that was, I'm assuming you went to a school that was in your neighborhood or closely, they're able to find employment with black people. In the reverse, either you're completely shut out or you got to be superhuman to, to work among and deal with their children. Because those that teach their children usually look like them. Whereas even me growing up in Detroit, I've had white teachers. And as I've grown and looked at things, I'm like, oh, okay, well, you got this position because of the way America's set up, whereas you can always make $1 off of black people. And now we're talking about making $1 off of black children. And in my opinion, from my studies and observations, the classroom is where the white female, it's her stomping ground to impose white supremacy. And you can listen to, a lot of rappers' albums when they say, my teacher said I wasn't going to be shit. I know I've heard teachers tell other students that they wasn't going to be shit, and that's where they start breaking black children's self-confidence. And that's really
let me stop right there. Let me ask you a question real quick. Now, you don't think the reason they said it to them because the way they conducted themselves in school and the way they conduct themselves after school? Because think about it. I'm not just talking about blacks. I'm talking about blacks and white. We get influenced easily to hang in with the in crowd. We think doing bad shit is cool. So just like me, when I was a young kid, I was easily influenced thinking that doing bad shit was cool. What ended up happening is the in crowd who I roll with would never get in trouble for the shit they've been doing. But somehow I was always getting in trouble for it. So by me conducting myself and currently doing the same shit that's going to get me in trouble, then, why would a teacher wouldn't think like that? That you ain't gonna be shit because you can't get in trouble. But now you gotta also look at this like this too. Some people talk down to you not to bring you down, but they talk down to you so you can move, so you can use it as a motivation. Do you agree to
that? Repeat that last sentence. I want to make sure I heard it right.
All right. Some people will talk down to you because of how you're conducting yourself. We can reach that, right?
Well, see, the thing is, when we're talking about teachers, they have rules that they have to abide by. If a student is acting out, there are resources, there's rules that or steps they have to take. Saying that you ain't gonna be shit definitely doesn't fit their job description. So what I'm saying is, if a student's acting a fool,
And I understand that, brother. But what I'm trying to get you to see is a lot of these teachers, you see the better in our children, whether they white or black. So if they are saying stuff, using your words now, that they downgrade us, a lot of them do that, man, just for us to turn it into motivation. Trust me, I done been there. They don't say this no just to tear you apart. Some people say this to you because they know you can do better. And what ends up happening, you do better because them people took time up enough or cared enough for you to even come at you like that to see the better in you. Remember, when you do something better, have you heard these words before? I knew you could do it. Have you heard them words before?
I mean, no, I've never, fortunately, I've never experienced that, that direct act of terrorism from a white teacher. But what I'm saying is that I don't think that
you keep sticking on the white people, man. Go ahead, bro. Let me hear you out, bro. Go ahead.
Oh well, I don't, like I said, because I was talking about whites exclusively, and now we're talking about education. So if you're talking about just teachers in general, I think that type of talk.
I'm going back what you said. We were talking about school, and you were talking about the teachers, and you were saying it was racist for a white teacher. I guess teach us as
right.
black.
Right. It's racist. It's racist for a white teacher to teach in black schools. Yes. What I'm saying is that I know you said that some people use I guess a type of reverse psychology. Hey, I said you ain't gonna be shit. Prove me wrong. And I would say that those that hear that and say I'm gonna prove you wrong are the exceptions to the rule. I'd say that most human beings will hear that and it will devastate them, and it will cause them to it will shake them to their core, especially a child. Hearing this. So I would say that the child that hears this and turns that piece of shit into a nugget of gold, he's an alchemist. He's a rare breed. I would say that 99% of children will hear that and be, rocked to their core.
So let me ask you this, and I'm gonna let you go, brother, because it's almost time you get out of here. So just like you just said that right there, don't parents do the same thing to their child? Talk shit to them, talk down to them. Don't they do the same thing?
I mean, I'm sure it happens. It happened to me, but I would say that that's bad parenting.
Okay. Much, man. You've been good, man. You've been respectful. I like the little debate you were hugging head. Like the little small debate that we had, brother. Like I said, you had your opinions, I had mine. So it's all good. Appreciate folks coming back. For the most part, they've been respectful. They've been speaking their mind. That they disagree with, and they spoke their mind on some things that they have agreed with. So I'm just glad. The main thing I'm glad for, brother, is that we was able to come together and at least do this show without nobody call out each other names or nothing. There really was no arguing. Well, I guess if it get heated between you and Huggy, but I had to cut in there because it was going to go left, because of course it was started raising us, so I had to intervene in it, because that's not what I do over here. I'm all about being cordial. You feel me?
Oh yeah. Well, listen, Chris, and I want to say, man, I truly enjoyed this experience. I feel like a bridge has been built. You're welcome on my platform. Anything that I can do to help build yours, I'm all for it. I appreciate your vibe. I appreciate the civility. You foster this environment of disciplined argument, and I'm honored to be here. So, like I said, I think we disagree on things, but as black men, we're able to disagree without having it turn into without it being acidic. And
right.
we can still shake hands, dap up, walk away. And if you ever need me, just hit me. We don't have to be clones for us to be black men and be friendly and cordial to one another. So if there's anything I can do, you come up with any ideas. If there's people who are going to email you and say, I want to talk to that guy, feel free to hit me up. we can do it. And in any way I can help you, man, just let me know, Black man.
Hey, no problem, brother. I think you already did though, just by doing that promo, man. You know, like I said, my email's been blowing up since you did the promo. And like I said, there's a couple of people in the chat that also threw this out there, man. And like I said, bro, for the most part, you know, it remained cordial. That's what I'm most excited about. It remained cordial. Now I will say this, you know, a lot of stuff you said, bro, I don't agree with, but hey, we are leaving to agree to disagree. And that's the most important thing right there, brother. So appreciate you offering me to come over there, man. Babe, I will, depending on what the topic you talking about. You know, I'll come over there, shoot the shit with you, give you a salute, whatever the case may be. But for tonight, dude, I appreciate you, my guy. We gotta do it again, man.
Always, man. You be careful out there.
You too, brother. You
All
too.
right, take it easy.
All right, take it easy, brother. I meant everything I just said, y'all. You know, we did all that to be cordial. This man came in, he kept it respectful. And as I seen a lot of y'all chatting in the chat room, he was saying a lot of stuff that a lot of us didn't agree with. But some of y'all agree with a lot of stuff that he was saying, which I don't understand. But you know, hey, it is what it is. Him, I believe he been programmed somehow. For some reason, I feel like he been programmed that all white people are evil, and they're not. And I'm saying it again, it was a white person that gave me my first job. It was a white person that made sure I kept graduating up and up from grades in school. You know, it was a white person that helped me get my first car. No, I take it back. No, I take it back. 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 A black person helped me get my first car. But still, the next car after that, it was white people that helped me get my first car. But see, here's the thing I got a problem with. And just like he did, he kept going back to slavery. Why is it that slavery makes us hate people? Brother, you was not on the ship. Neither was I. I wasn't on the ship. So I can't hate nobody white because of that. Now I can understand if I was actually on the ship, or I was actually on the plantation, get my ass whooped. Then I can understand. I can understand that. But to keep using that plantation line that we were slaved in a ship.
Where's Huggy?
I mean, come on now. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. White people have helped me way more faster than somebody black. I'm just being honest. That's in my life experience. But y'all may have something different. Y'all may have something where black people help y'all faster than somebody white. And that's cool. That's cool. I had points where my car broke down on the side of the street. Guess who was the first person that stopped and offered help? It was a white person. Now I know it sounds like I may be upping them, but I'm not. I'm just going by my life experience. Real talk. And like I said, that brother sound like he's been trained to hate white people.
Bro.
That what it sound like to me. That would really sound like to me, man. Real talk. Poor Seed, I see you in the building, brother. How you doing, my guy?
What's up with you, bro? Oh, man, bro, I got to smoke one and get my brain levels back up. Can I be honest with you?
Go ahead, brother.
I had to give you a like because out of love for you, but the fucking shit was like, what the fuck?
I saw you in saying what you were saying, bro. I saw you in there saying what you were saying, man. You're saying it's eating your brain up.
Levels. The motherfucking shit, the excuses niggas use is sad. Sad. And niggas can use white this, white that, all that other bullshit. Y'all, well, you guys know a lot of my story and shit, so I'm not gonna repeat shit. Y'all ever hear me use white people excuses and shit?
Hey, hold on. Hey, what's going on in my chat room?
What happened?
What's going on in my chat room?
What's going on? I didn't even see him rolling. I think there's Coon calling.
Yeah, it's Coon calling.
Yeah, somebody called me a coon. I'm a coon there.
Whatever.
It wasn't you. They ain't talking about you. They ain't talking about you.
We talking about whoever that Afro person is. Afro Samurai.
Yeah,
They the one that was calling me a coon. Is that a guy or a girl or what?
You want to know what's so messed up?
They called you sexy, VA. I hope that was a girl.
I don't know who it was, but you want to know so messed up about Negroes? Is that they would disregard their actual experience unless they ain't been through shit. That's why I'm starting to listen to some blacks and realize these are house niggas. They ain't never been niggas in the streets, because niggas in the streets, these excuses that niggas is using and passing off to white people, then you ain't seen shit, because you would know how fucked up niggas are.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
These are just a bunch of niggas pretend, and that's why these niggas are so quick to call other niggas coons and names and shit like that, because they're trying to fucking blend in with so-called actual real niggas who've been through shit and blend in and change the narrative. I want to say something. You guys remember years ago? Remember that time when Cat Williams said fucking real nigga, what would he say? The fake niggas is winning?
Yeah, I remember that.
It was a true statement overall, because what happened amongst the streets is, in reality, is fake niggas blended in with real niggas and shifted the whole what's really real. So what we perceive as real and what pro-blacks even do, it's not real. It's a new fake realness. And now, because it's the new shit that people do, majority are doing now, because most people are fake, they perceive it as the new real. Most of these niggas ain't never been in the fucking streets, and you can tell from the perspective, bro. Because they these niggas ain't these niggas are blaming random white people instead of actually. I can guarantee you they can blame more than one or two handfuls of actual niggas that cause everyday problems, but they won't say nothing to them niggas because they're probably scared of them niggas.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
J-Life
niggas are scared of other niggas.
Hey, J-Life asks, what's your channel name?
Who, me?
Yeah, she want to know what's your channel name.
Oh, Chaos just plugged it in there. It's Cut the Bullshit.
Oh, okay.
Niggas' worst enemies is excuses, and other niggas amongst themselves who help them build these excuses and this victimhood mentality. Most of these niggas learn how to be a victim from their mama, majority of them, or their grandmama. Oh, you gotta watch your kid for the white man, you know? You look here, the white man's after you. Which white man? I don't know, just some white man.
You're waiting on this one white girl to get me in trouble.
Agree with you. You already know I do.
That's the thing that was getting me. Like I said, I'm not knocking a brother for his opinions and what he believes. He's a grown man. He can believe what he want to believe.
Oh yeah, he's a grown man. He can believe what he believes, but this shit bleeds poison into other young men who don't know how to separate information properly, and they end
young men like yours truly
victimized mind mentality like that, and then they have emotional.
I agree, because that's why I was saying, man, the way he was talking, you know, it's like he's been programmed that white people ain't shit. Because everything I try to give white people credit for, because look, I'm for everybody, man. I'm not with that segregation shit. I'm for everybody. You know,
everybody had a
role. I think everybody has a role in somebody's life, whether they black, white, Hispanic, Asian, or whatever.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has to play the role in your life. Because like they say, it takes a village to raise a child. You can't just sit up there and say this. It was just only black people that had to intervene in your life. And he threw me for a loop.
But the white man ruined the village.
Teachers. We said white teachers. We said white teachers were racist for teaching us. That's what he threw me for a loop.
Right
there. That threw me for a loop right there. I like, wow.
He probably had
not the fact that teachers are underpaid. That's not an issue though.
Right.
Yeah.
He probably had a teacher that did more help for him at one point in his life. See, this is why I don't like niggas, because what they'll do is when it doesn't favor the argument, they'll say, "Oh no, not all black people," but when they want to include something when it benefits them, they want to say all niggas.
Not all.
They have disingenuous arguments, and they don't realize that it actually makes them look stupid.
Man, you could tell that dude been listening to Umar, Tariq, Royce Watkins, and he just got it all down pat.
Well, I'm not gonna go in on the man like that.
I know white teachers who have done more for black children than the fucking parents.
Let them live. Let him live.
Y'all know exactly what I meant by how he got so out of the convo and the dialogue where he was like, "Man, dog," and that's why I was like, "Well, let me pull his card." Like, bro, don't call me dog. I wasn't insulted. I know what he meant, but I was just pulling his card since he was trying to pull it.
What's the voice inflection? And that he was trying to take it to a level
wrong
that
with you.
He didn't want to go to.
I'm like, damn, something wrong with me. I'm not even saying nothing wrong with you. We just conversating, bro. Goddamn.
I just think this is the poison that
sending at that point.
What someone in the chat room was saying, the black sector of YouTube. Well, this is the problem with the so-called black sector of YouTube. Right there. It doesn't get checked properly, and it's a mess. If that's what you want, it's fucking YouTube. There is no black sector of YouTube. It's either you tune into someone's channel or you don't. There's no black sector of YouTube. It's called YouTube. You log on and you click channels.
Black sector of YouTube.
It's stupid. This is more black people pigeonholing them. The white sector of YouTube. I don't hear this shit from white people. I have a YouTube
Yo, I'm waiting for that Negro server.
Hey Chris.
Where's that Negro server?
Yeah, the Kemet server. Where's your server? A Kemetic server.
My energy from my Wi-Fi is on the hieroglyphs.
Yeah, man. Niggas talk stupid from the jump. They don't realize it. Goddamn crazy ass people.
You get 1,000 niggas together, they wouldn't know how to build a home.
That's a shame.
And what kills me about these pro-blacks, if I know I have an enemy that's so bad like the white man,
right?
Why am I still living in America and bitching about it?
Right.
Especially if I'm a grown-ass man.
Thank you.
If I'm a
white man come help you with your car, I bet it was a white man's fault that a white man came and fix your car, didn't it?
Niggas is stupid. Niggas don't realize we're actually living in the best time in the best country. Well, not y'all, because I mean y'all. Not me. I'm in Canada, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Living the best part ever in the history of the planet ever. And niggas, all they do is complain. There's never been a better time period in the history of the planet ever than now.
Cut if I may ask.
But niggas don't understand that because niggas lack the thing called perspective. All they like is victimizing everything. Oh, because we's niggas and them white folks be after us. Random.
Check it out, VA. Its argument was that mixed people aren't black, but the one drop rule is something governed by white people. But somehow Jews and white people are the same people. But the argument is not the same because I said, according to us, we shouldn't say that. So why can't we say the same thing? Well, according to census. And I'm like, that's where you just run into a brick wall, dog. You gonna use the census, the same government that you don't.
You notice black people know everything about everybody else.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
They go by the census. Right, you know how many people don't. You know how many people don't say they got. You know how many people lie about how much money they make.
Think about it. Black people, when you say bring up Chinese folks, what's the first thing black people say when you say Chinese people?
I don't know.
They eat dogs and some shit.
Yeah.
Right? First thing you say something about white woman, white guy, it's something negative. First thing you say something about anybody, it's something negative. But yet everybody else is
racist. What about Tyrone up the block? That ain't got no job. Oh, he's my brother.
Niggas are walking hypocrites straight out of Kemet.
It's Chris. What Chris?
Big motherfucking name pro-black. Ain't making no sense.
No, Chris. Am I still a coon in the chat room?
That's from BB. Yeah. They were. I mean,
am I still a coon in the chat room?
Yeah, you know, I was just over there listening to his show, and somebody told him that we over here calling him coon. I didn't hear that word come out of there one of your mouth not one time.
See, you see that? You see that? That's what they do.
Exactly. It shows you how fucked up niggas are. They love drama. They go say some shit that nobody said just so niggas can get in some drama. Niggas, but blame white people.
Like he was trying to start.
That must be part of the white system too. That we go on YouTube and bug niggas. Like I said, this is what I'm telling you. Niggas won't be, the black community won't change until niggas call niggas the fuck out. Niggas, this is the thing with me. As soon as I hear niggas talk stupid, I say some shit. Because niggas need to stop saying stupid shit. Niggas talk stupid. The majority of the shit that comes out of their mouth is poor rhetoric that they heard someone else say and they just say it. Or some shit that come from a rap
slavery. Slavery. Now, do you know after slavery we had a black family union stronger than ever, and now it's gotten weak out of nowhere?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. They don't want to blame the fucking decisions that a lot of these fucking, let's say, the last 2-3 generations have made to get where we're at today. They want to blame white people.
All right, now
realizing our parents made some stupid decisions.
This is my age group, and it frustrates me to know that.
We're coming from a generation where our parents made a lot of stupid decisions.
The black dudes that are just disconnected.
Because don't forget, this is the perspective. Hey, Singer, your shit's fucked up, bro. This is the perspective that most blacks don't use. And actually forget because they love using segregation and blah, 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 blah. What happened amongst the last 20, 30 years was, don't forget, most blacks live in the countryside up until they started making projects, right? Am I correct? Most blacks lived out in the countryside, right?
Yeah.
Until they started making buildings, projects, housing.
Then they move up north until
start taking the subsidy to move into the city, into the fucking hood. And what happened when they started leaving their kids running the city? With other kids running the city, running around.
I tell you, Chicago is a prime example because that was a big, beautiful city.
And drinking
and then look, take a look at the hoods they live in. They don't even look like hoods.
Mm-hmm.
They got you can tell them houses are not even that old. They probably about 20 or 30 years old. They look like townhomes and big.
Yep, and they turn them into fucking hoods.
Yeah. Because Capri Green, I think, was the last project that stood up. They took those buildings down.
Niggas lack perspective, bro, and this is where they lack at because they're too busy trying to turn everyone. Well, if I'm a victim, you's a victim. We all victim because we all black. They gotta cut that bullshit out.
Look, because all I gotta do is say I'm a victim, and I'm gonna just keep fucking y'all up. That's my excuse. I'm a victim. I don't know no better. So I know better. You can't hold me accountable.
Yep. And Nelly, I noticed that's the same thing that happened to blacks in Canada as well. Happened to blacks in general. They bit the apple basically when the government told them, "Here's welfare, move into Section 8."
Man. And then you know something, because Thomas said this shit and it was real powerful, and I never thought about it. He said if black people knew that they had a head start by getting shit from the government, they could use that as an advantage to gain. But they don't. They too busy trying to spend it all on unnecessary shit. They do no progress with it. So the government keeps them in check.
Yep, exactly.
Keeps them in check.
And all they do is ask for more subsidy. Can we have cheaper housing? Can we have this? We need more of this. Create it.
Well, you can thank your Democratic Party for that.
Exactly. They don't want to say that though, Bree.
No, that's the truth. You want to talk about the subsidized government and the handouts and all Obama administration, the Clinton administration, and all of them. They're the ones who've held down the black community and everything else by keeping them in check for the last 30 years, not wanting them to grow, not wanting them to succeed, only wanting them for a vote every 4 years. That's the Democratic Party for you. So you want to know where the checks and balances goes, take it back to Washington. And then blame all the white people. I've been sitting here the whole time. I've been sitting here listening to this, and I'm like, blame the white people. Blame the white people.
What are you
So I've
talking
been
I had
waiting to
no
say
idea.
blame the
I
white
had no
people.
idea who that dude was. If I knew who that dude was, I ain't gonna lie. And Chris, I love you to death. If I knew who that dude was and what type of level he was on, I wouldn't even want to be in the show because I wasn't gonna let him get away with that. He just kept saying white people, white people. I'm like, dog, white people. Okay, so brief. Are white people and
Yep.
Jewish people are the same?
No,
Thank you.
not by
That's a
far.
white woman saying that
And
because she. Listen,
Chris,
all you
I'll
gotta do
tell
is do
you.
your research.
I'll tell y'all real quick. Y'all know I'm normally online with my host every show. This show, I've sat back and I've listened to this entire show and bit my tongue like a good woman while this man talked about white people and blaming white people left and right and how white people put you down and white people don't do this for you and white people don't do that for you. And I've wanted to chime in and say, hey, hold up. Hey, I'm a white person. Have I hurt any of y'all? Have I done anything to not help all of y'all in some sort of fashion?
That's because you're coming from your white privilege. That's why.
Fuck my white privilege. I ain't never had it. Shit, somebody need to come give it to
And
me.
my point being was that if you could tell me a Jewish poor community, you win. You made my point invalid.
You know, I mean, it's sad that people are still indoctrinated to that ideology of thinking. You know, and it's just only getting worse. Our country's getting worse.
Watching that side
They're,
of TV, that's what it is. I know
yeah.
what's going on.
Stupid out of them. I'm telling you, stupid. And I
And
know
don't get it twisted because I understand a lot of what he means, but he don't mean well by just saying just white people. Because if you want them to help you, you wouldn't want to say we should be renegading against them and just killing them and getting them out. It should be worse than what that white man had. Like, wait a minute, you can't do this both ways, bro. Either you want them to help you, or you want to just take over and just say we're gonna take what you don't want to give.
Does he recognize that people of all cultures are impoverished all over the world?
For real.
Now my point
Does
was,
he
the point I did say
realize
America, because I said Jewish people are not poor in America. They're poor in Israel. In Palestine, they're not poor in America.
America because they're trying to hold Americans down from doing anything? But that's the crooked Jews.
If he was sorry.
But do y'all realize there's still 26 countries that slavery is still alive and free?
I didn't know it was that many, but I didn't know it was still alive and free.
It's 26 countries, and in Africa, there's 6 counties that is still doing slavery, or 6 sections of Africa, and it's blacks. Blacks doing it.
No.
Yes.
Not my kings and queens.
Yes, yo, kings and queens.
They still doing slavery.
Hey, that's some cold shit. We gotta check them, man. Let's get these people on the phone, man.
But you know, it's crazy because I started looking that shit up the other day, and because it was a conversation on Tommy's channel that I was watching, and so I started looking it up, where all slavery still exists, you know, and it's 26 countries, and in 2012, I think it was Kenya finally decided to abolish slavery to an extent. Now,
hey, I don't mean to cut you off. That's where Obama's from.
Exactly.
All right,
that's why they did that, was because they couldn't have slavery and Obama would be in office.
All I got to say is the pro-black shit on YouTube, all of it is fucking poison.
It is. It's poison in so many people's minds, like you said, VA, that the people that can't separate the bullshit from the real shit, that are sitting and listening to us and watching these shows, they're getting indoctrinated, and they don't understand which side to really look for, because people today, they're too lazy to do research themselves. So,
yeah, and people have turned YouTube into their gospel. So they find talking points on YouTube and they become know-it-alls, and everything that the person says becomes like the gospel for the person.
Yep, that is true. So it's just like, wow, you know, I can't believe. Well, I mean, I can't believe the way the country's going and the world's going, but it's a shame because at this day and age, this time in our lives, we should be able to walk hand in hand and be able to do whatever to help each other build, because I mean, the black man's community, they want to build it up. They don't want trash and drugs and all that
I
shit
just
in
want to
it.
say something.
They should have the right to do it.
This is the shit that's getting on my nerves. You guys have been watching my shows, and over the last few months and even the last few days, I've showed you guys the murders of people who I know in my own city that's been happening. Have I mentioned to you guys it's been white people, white police? I'd have mentioned about 8 murders in them since May.
Yeah.
And they've all been black on fucking black. So when these fucking so-called I'm down for my people pro-blacks come up here talking they shit, they need to come to my fucking city and come realize that niggas is shooting each other down over stupid shit.
Stupid shit.
It ain't no fucking white people. It ain't no white system. It's niggas who can't fucking think and always in the heat of the damn moment. Got nothing to do with white people. I'm sick and tired of fucking young black men dying because you got niggas excusing a white system instead of holding niggas accountable for being savage.
I'm not being a victim, and that's your excuse for being lost.
That's how, like I said, I know these niggas ain't did nothing in their life. Ain't seen shit. They just on here talk that good shit. Because if they fucking seen anything, talking is goofy shit.
Yeah, hold on. Let me respond to JB Black. He or she, I think he says she, says that slavery is lie and is sex trafficking among other races. I can't find it.
That is true. Sex trafficking is alive.
And free, so it's sex trafficking amongst other races. Yes, it is.
Yep.
Then a person come back and said trash and drugs are only in black community. Let's be real. But who said that though? Who said that?
Here's the
transgender's not only in the black community.
Here's the difference: the inclusion of violence.
Yep.
There's the difference. The violence.
Let me say the key thing. If black people are supposed to be special people of the world, we shouldn't be killing each other at all.
We got it.
Especially being there where we came from, we should be like, no. Unless it's self-defense, there's no justifiable reason to kill each other. Because I've been hungry, I've been poor, I've been homeless, and I ain't robbed nobody, I ain't stole from nobody, but I could have. But I didn't.
You kill where you live at, That's just how it is. You kill where you live at. That's shit.
Let's just face the truth, y'all. There's evil in everybody.
Let me say this real quick to JB Black.
And then some people don't.
Let me say this to JB Black. I'm listening to Chris' show, and I'm not hearing him dissing, but for some reason he feel like he's been disrespected. I don't know why. But here's my thing. Y'all spoke y'all mind over here just like everybody else have. And there's no problem with that. But what I don't get is why is some of you people over there in line talking about we over here calling him a coon? Nobody never called this man no coon. But I've seen a couple of people that said
we mentioned coon. We asked if somebody in the room said nobody said nothing about the guy being a coon at all.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what they saying, because that's what they do. They go back,
right.
And they kill somebody and they run with it.
I'm looking at this chat now. I've been called a coon. I've been called a coon a couple of times, but I ain't tripping though. It's all good. Your
best thing is to ignore that shit, because that's just people trying to stir up shit. As long as he knows you're not starting shit, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm sure he should be. I hope that he would be intelligent to know that.
I hope he's watching our chat.
We're critiquing everything like it was a movie. We're gonna critique a movie. We're gonna critique this whole show. Nothing wrong with that. We ain't going off on him. I don't think he's an idiot. None of that.
That's the black sector of YouTube for you.
He's probably watching our chat the same way you are, Chris. So he knows what's being said and what's not being said. The chatters want to sit there and start more mess, and we've seen that constantly over and over, in several shows. But I mean, let's look at it. Facts are this: there's people that is just pure evil. They have no conscience, no empathy, so they'll do whatever it takes to get ahead or do whatever. And then we have people that has a conscience and has morals and thinks about their actions. And this isn't every race, every creed, you know. So you can't just blame one race or the other because it happens in all of them. I'm starting to put it down to humanity. If you're evil or if you're a good person. Yeah. You know, I mean, I'm trying to explain it the best way that it's in my head because I've just been analyzing, you know, people, you know, and it's like, you either good or you ain't, one of the two. They got that devil on the side that they listen to, or they listening to the angel, you know?
Hey, if you ain't first, you last.
If you ain't first, you last. All right, Ricky Bobby.
And let that dude know, man. Like I appreciate the little. I didn't know it was a debate. I thought it was dialogue. It turned into a debate because I made a point. So I'm like, okay, if I ain't making this point, I was like, because all I said, what did I say? I said, name me a poor Jewish community. And he was like, oh, well, I don't know all the Jews. I said, well, you should be able to Google it, you know. But I'm like, you can't, you know, just say it. Like you should be able to tell me one. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it went left. It was right there at that point where it went left. He could have just said, you know what, I don't know, and we could have moved on. You know?
Huggy, I'm like this, bro. If you're gonna blame white people, be factual. Name the actual times when white people are holding you shit like that. You see how we call out niggas and shit that we've been through because we actually seen it, know what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? We can call out the situations and the people. These niggas just go, you know, because white folks be holding us down. Like, you know, white folks just get out, make sandwiches with mayonnaise, and then they think about which black lives they're gonna ruin.
That sounded so weird. I tell you what white people ain't holding you back from. You can get their work. You know, 1-0 in public debate. I can make it number 2.
I want to point out, realist. He kind of got my words straight for me. Killing it can be justified. Like if you hurt my son, you better believe I'm finna kill you. You know, that's like a psychotic. That's like a psychotic. You know, psychotic break, or you know, killing in self-defense. You know, those are the differences of being not evil.
Tyrone shot and killed Mario because he was having sex with his baby mama.
Yeah, but I mean, I wanted to thank Realist for helping me get my words right, you know, because I was reading down, because I was trying to get them out, but it was like, hey, you know, couldn't think.
Black folks don't want to be accountable. They just want to keep blaming random white people. Bree, you wake up every day thinking about white supremacy, even behind our backs.
Oh God, let me tell you, I've got a dungeon that I'm hiding people in, and I got whips and chains and all this. No, I'm joking.
It's seriously. All I'm saying is, just save me. I don't want to be a part of it.
It's spookism.
I love you, Bree.
Me too, Huggy.
Put me in the bra patch, please.
Well, I mean, when VA said I woke up thinking about it, I just had to go with it. Yeah, I got a dungeon and whips and chains, and I'm planting this out. You know, come on now, you know. But it's a joke, so. No, I wouldn't. I honestly couldn't do that. You know, the only time I could seriously hurt someone is if it came down to my son. I true talk. You can do whatever you want to me. I've sat there. I've taken all kinds of shit. It doesn't bother me. You know, my bruises heal. But you touch my son, I'm coming unglued.
You guys know the Dennis Rodman story?
It's crazy. Which story?
When he went to college, right?
Yeah.
He ended up going to college.
What you gotta say about
his best friend was a white dude, right? So the white dude took him home for dinner. And it was kind of like the first time that he brought a black friend home, right? So he said to his parents that night, well, since it's late or whatever, blah, 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 he might as well just spend the night. You know, he ended up staying at his parents' house for 4 years after that night. But white people are racist.
Wow.
Damn. I didn't know that.
Yeah. That was when he was in what university? I can't remember the university he was at. He was in fucking somewhere in the mid-states. But yeah, when he was in university. But white people are racist. Some random black kid that their son brought home one night. He ended up staying there for 4 years.
Wow. I mean, look at Dennis Rodman now. I mean, he was always flamboyant in basketball, and then now he's the only American that can go to North Korea and sit down with the dictator of North Korea. Now that's some creepy shit.
Do you know how his hair dye shit started?
How?
It was a bet.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, it was a bet with his teammate in San Antonio. It wasn't some shit that he thought of. What happened was it was a dare. He did it, and what happened was when he wore the shit, the kids picked up on it. He was like, "Hold up, I might have something here," which it ended up being. It ended up making him a rock star, basically. So that's why he started changing different colors.
Yep. That is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to love Dennis Rodman back in the day on the Bulls. You know, he was awesome. Him and Jordan and Scotty. And that was a great team. Great coaching, great team. Those were the days. God, take me back to the 90s. It's like, I wish I had a time machine. Take me back to the 90s. The last greatest, destination. So.
And when he hit 3-3-pointers?
Yeah, for real.
Take us back to when America was great again, Bree.
And I was trying to
Tell
shoot
me
3
about
pointers
it.
on a video game, and he wouldn't hit them. I was like, shit.
You know, speaking of that, when the 90s, we was having, a cultural difference then when NWA broke out on the scene in the late 80s, early 90s, and rap started becoming a scene. And, the white people were trying to shut down rap altogether. They was trying to shut down NWA, Two Live Crew. I mean, they literally banned them in the USA. That's why the album is named Banned in the USA.
Excuse me, Bree.
What?
Say it again. Who was trying to shut it down?
The white people.
Who's
Ronald
trying to
Reagan.
shut it down now?
It's actually now, I say it's
Who's
a
trying to
mixture
shut
of
it down?
black and white.
Now, ain't nobody shutting that shit down. Think about it. The Jewish people control it now. Completely.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true.
Nobody's protesting unless you say something about like how Ice Cube was like, we was talking about the white Jew telling you what to do. That's when everybody, the JBL had jumped up, and I was like, wait a minute. Y'all didn't say nothing about all this shit they said on this record or the other records.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it's crazy because back then we could actually talk to each other and have a good conversation and work together, whereas now it's reverting back to protesting and mob like riots and crazy stuff. So I don't know. It's crazy.
Oh man.
I saw somebody said something about Tommy was on. Was he on?
Yeah, Tommy's on.
Yeah, he doing a one-on-one with
my girlfriend. Get it right. Yeah, say it right. She one of those people that's she's the pro-black that makes sense.
Yeah, she's not one of those ones that need to be smoke blown up her ass.
Yeah, she ain't no victim.
Well, that was interesting. Very, very interesting.
Black folks need to stop teaching victimhood. You're not going to get it with anything.
Yeah, just like people were saying in chat, I saw that they were like, you do know this is Chris you're talking to. So I take that L, people. It was a lot of people getting offended.
Hey, I ain't taking no L. So like I said, the white man ain't hold you back from getting that damn L from me.
Hey, how can you evolve with victimhood? Like, there's no growth with that. All you're asking, and you're calling the white man your enemy, you're asking for more help from him. It doesn't make sense.
Right.
It's stupid.
Fuck the police, but they protest for justice. What?
Exactly.
That's why I say I could at least say like the shooting in Dallas when the dude actually shot back. I could look and say, you know what? He ain't no armchair revolutionary. He ain't complaining. And he don't want no help. He said, I'm taking matters in my own hands. Do I agree with it? Nope. But I do see where he's coming from. He wasn't fucking around.
Oh man. Listen.
Right.
Like I told you, I come from a hard-working grandfather. went through World War II, owned land, went and worked hands and feet to run a farm in his land and shit like that. He ain't never asked no white man. I've never heard him blame white men. All he said, you got to work for what you want. Point blank.
That's what I'm saying. You know, that's the morals I lived by. You know, you can't get shit just sitting on your ass. You gotta get up and get it. Now, I just heard this brother when he started his show. He said, I want to say you or probably all of us, we unzipping a white man pen, putting his dick in our mouth. Said, there they go with their gay shit.
He said that?
Yeah, I heard him say something about that. Yeah, we unzipping
Young Pharaoh Jr.
He said Young Pharaoh Jr.
We unzipping a white man pants.
Because I meant it. I meant it. If I told him I meant it.
Yeah.
I called that shit out.
Now I know you said that, man. I wouldn't even want to debate, dude.
I told niggas last week when I said when Melvin Sutek was on there, I was like, yo, this nigga's running around calling himself conscious, but telling grown ass men to suck his dick. Fuck out of here. I'm done. Argument over.
And was serious, like I meant it.
Over.
I am inviting him to my dick.
The fuck? Argument over. You can't be conscious and telling grown ass men to suck your dick. And I mean it. I'm just talking about my mama. Nigga, it's over. Nigga, that's nah.
You say, don't you talk about my mama.
Right.
I'm like, man.
You suck my dick.
Right.
That shit sound crazy.
I'm telling you.
All right, fellas, like I said, it's been a very interesting meet and greet, I guess you want to call it. You know, I just hate that some people mind the program like that, you know. And it's like they saying we blind to the white society, but it seems like you are blind from the black society. I'm not sitting up here.
Hopefully the man's listening.
Huh?
Hopefully the man's listening to you and our chat and seeing that we aren't starting stuff or anything, that it's actually the chatters in his room trying to start shit.
Yeah, but you know, I'm not finna follow.
You know,
like I said, I got no problem, bro.
So.
He's trying to think.
The audience that you bring when you talk this pro-black garbage.
Yeah, and
all the pro-black channels have a bunch of niggas that start this shit. Think about it. All of them do.
See that?
What's that? Federal Reserve.
Look at a bill that says Federal Reserve note. Ain't nothing white about that.
Right.
At all.
Right. I'm gonna shut this down, people. Appreciate y'all coming. Hey, salute to his folks for coming. Thanks for a good show. Hey, you know, regardless of what, brother, you know, he got his own path and beliefs. I got my own paths and beliefs, and we just leave it like that.
You deserve a thank you, young grasshopper.
You're putting the clouds around talking about sucking a white man's dick and shit.
Yeah. So yeah, he pissed off a lot of people. I was looking at a whole lot of people.
Ain't it?
You pissing them off.
You live in a city.
I'm just shocked.
You live in a city where a house is the price of a VCR in real life, bro.
You know, I'm just shocked, man. A lot of people agree with that.
He talking about the white man.
I'm shocked. A lot of people was agreeing with this stuff he was saying.
They program. They all program. It's like they read from the same book.
Right. Right.
They on that black woman shit. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe they. I wish I had the power of Boyce and Tariq and all these Sodnettas and shit. I wish I had their power, but that shit is addictive. I guess I don't know. I know how to watch those people, and I can know how to disagree. And like, I ain't feeling that, but I like this. I ain't feeling that, but I like this. You know what I'm saying?
Black power.
I like the religious conversations. I like to learn different shit. You know, from the Hebrew Israelites to, you know, Islam, different thing. I like to learn that. I can't be on this old victimhood shit because I've been there, done it. I grew up in the projects and all that shit. I don't want to make that my excuse of why I'm not where I am. I'm where I'm.
Right.
And yeah, if I really want to blame somebody, blame your parents because they didn't leave you shit when they were supposed to. You know, like the white man do his kids.
Exactly.
You know,
white people do it too.
Yeah, well, black people need to start doing it too. Then
Exactly.
Right.
that's my goal.
Right.
Before we go, that's the thing about Dame Dash. When you watch that interview, the most powerful shit he said in that interview was when his dad was on his deathbed. He said, I could look at my son and his son and see that I have a generation of earners who are leaving a legacy for the next generation out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's what my grandfather did.
And we're gonna leave it at that. I will see y'all next time. Again, appreciate everybody. Salute to their brother, salute to his people. It's all good.
Love.
Peace, holla.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Whoa.
All right.